Okay, we're at her stove, and Caroline and I have talked about, of course, teaching clients that whenever they are using the stove, and of course this one is not marked, but normally the stove is going to have a certain particular marking. We usually mark medium and on the eyes, and then also on bake we usually mark 350 in coordination with the dial, and then of course anything that needs to be marked specifically for the individual. Maybe they have, you know, something else that they want to have that is marked specifically, we will do that. But of course we put the different marking, the bump dots onto the appliances, and then also onto the microwave. And on the microwave, normally we would put something on the 5, just like we do on all the keyboards. We put something on all of the 5s on the keyboard. And then of course the start would have a certain button or a certain, usually something that is a little more tactile, and then an X on the, we always put a little X onto the stop, so that, or the cancel. Okay, but she's going to be doing some grid cleaning, and of course the first thing she's going to want to know is the stove on? So she would reach up and reach for her dials, and she's going to make sure that that off is at the top on each one. And so she'll move, and then she'll go all the way over. Good. She's going to go over and make sure that the off is indicated. And of course this stove is cool, it is not on. So then she's going to take the cloth, and she's going to use one hand as a guide, and still kind of guide up against the eyes, because you don't necessarily need to clean the stove eyes, and just in case they were hot. So you can do a little more of a sweeping motion, but it's very hard to get used to doing that cleaning. You need to clean between the eyes as well. So good. And she's kind of doing a scoop also with the cloth. I don't know if you can see that on the video, but she's doing kind of a scooping because you don't want everything to go into the floor. Good. And just don't lose track of your cloth. Okay, and so we've demonstrated that. And now we're going to move over. You can remove the blindfold if you want, because I'm afraid you're going to trip on the dog. And we're going to actually talk a little bit about dishwashing. This is kind of the crash course and everything. Definitely. And of course, one of the things you want to make sure of is that the temperature on your water heater is set so that the water does not ever get too hot, like scalding hot. Most hot water heaters are set for that now anyway. So I'm going to let you go ahead and get blindfolded, and you can put a little dishwashing detergent in there. You said this light doesn't work, right? Okay, but we don't need light. Okay, so you're going to use your same pattern search again. Always keep your fingers down. Good. To locate the dishwashing detergent. Okay, and then just set it back. Okay, and your cloth is here, the same one we had before. And one of the things I always tell clients to do is to put your glasses in individually, wash them individually, your forks, your spoons, and never put a knife down into the water, because that's a certain way to get yourself cut. You probably have enough water now. You want to reach over and turn it off? Okay, so you're going to reach over here and locate a glass. Okay, so you're going to go into the water, wash it, and then set it aside for rinsing. Good, because I don't ever feel comfortable telling clients to put more than one glass in. Plates are a little bit more okay. Okay, you're going to reach, okay, now you got to decide how to put it down. You don't want to drop it down, do you? Good. Okay, so now you're going to reach again for another. You can switch hands or whatever you need to do, but you don't want to ever risk. And it's never a bad idea to put some Clorox in the water or have a bleach agent, because you're not leaving the dishes in as long as people would tend to do normally. So that's not a bad thing either. Okay, so you're going to continue to wash. We won't wash all of these. The only thing I want to demonstrate, yeah, you can go ahead and, oh good, you realize there were two there. I do want to demonstrate, because there are some forks and spoons and there is a knife here also. So we need to talk a little bit about that discrimination. Everything else is not a huge worry. And there's one more glass, which you've already located. And now if you want to go ahead and rinse those glasses, and then I'll show you a little bit about the forks and the knife, just to make sure that we have some discrimination practice. Regulating water temperature is very important. Hers is really pretty easy because it's just one of the levers. But if you have a situation where you have two levers or faucet handles, it makes it a little bit more difficult. You're doing really well with this. Nay is eating something off the floor. What's going on with her? Okay, so that was the glasses. Now if you reach to your right, you're going to find that you have some different cutlery and items. So you want to determine what those are before you put them into the water without cutting yourself. Okay. And just to speed this up, I'm going to actually tell you that the next thing you're going to reach for is a knife. And I want you to demonstrate how you would handle this properly so that you don't get cut. Okay, don't ever reach for the blade, always reach at the handle if possible. Where's the cutting side of this knife? Do you know?
Facing down.
Good, good, yeah. So facing down. And so you're gonna wash. Good, yeah, you don't want to, no, okay. You're actually taking that blade toward you. Always keep that knife down and wash it. You can squeeze like down this way, but you don't ever want to have that knife blade where you can actually be cut. That's good, perfect, okay. And then, yeah, put it down, and you can really, so we're gonna go ahead and rinse that, and then we'll finish up. You can do the rest of your own dishes later. I just wanted you to get an idea of what it's like to wash a knife without vision. Good, and you're going to put it, of course, blade down. I noticed you had a knife in there already that was blade up, and you would never do that. It's not a good idea if there's a vision issue, okay? And I think that's pretty much, you take the bottle, hold on, get you. I think that's pretty much everything that I was going to cover as far as like kitchen safety. Oh, we did talk about earlier about the oven, that anytime you open the oven, and you have such a narrow area here, you'd probably always want to stand to this side, open the oven, and reach in with the long mitts to get anything out or in. You don't ever want to reach straight in, because then you're exposing all this hot area to your arm. So all of that is kind of a precautionary thing also. We talked about the microwave. Can you think of anything else that we did not do? Okay. All right, well, we are